You are watching the 7th part of FreeCAD BIM Structural Project course by FCB Lounge channel. In the previous part, we created level 1 floor plan on a sheet like so, and in this part we will create level 2 floor plan. I will be moving on a bit faster than with the first floor plan because a lot of the things will be created in the same way. So first off, let me start with creating the page, and I want to create a copy of my S101 page, and to do that I will do a trick, which before I do the trick I recommend you to save the file, and that is I will delete these two drawings completely and then select the page and copy it to the clipboard, so including all of these sub-objects, and then I will go one step back, so I will go back to delete, so it's undeleted. But now in my clipboard I have this page without the drawing, so if I go to edit and paste, I have got a new S102 page. I'll drag and drop it onto the sheets group, and here I will just change the name to level 2 floor plan, and also the sheet page is S102. So this is how you can copy and paste pages. And now I will go to my 3D view and I will hide the drawing of level 1 and also the annotations, and I will make the 3D model visible. And here I will again want to create a section of level 2, so select level 2, create a section, and it's in the sections group, so I will name it section level 2 plan and move it into the sections group. And I want to again place it in the correct place above the floor 2 level. So the level 2 is 350 and I want to have it 120 centimeters above that, so it's 470. So in the Z value it's 470 centimeters. If I toggle the cut view, you can see it's cut like so. So I will enable the cut view and I will create a drawing from the level 2 floor plan. So I have it selected, fire up the drawing tool. Now the drawing is created. I will name it drawing dash floor plan level 2. And for the cut lines in the view, I will change the line width to 4. And I will drag and drop it into the drawings container. Now if I hide my sections and hide the 3D model, this is the 2D floor plan again. So I have to actually add to the section again the floor below. So I will double click this section, go to model, select level 1, and go to tasks and add the selected object to the section, and if I close, you can see that the slab below is also displayed. And we now have a decision whether we want to work with this level 2 floor plan in this position, which this position is the same as the level 1 floor plan. It could have its advantages, but it could have also its disadvantages. So I will show you how to work with this plan in another space. So I will look from the top and I will actually move this whole drawing object. So this is important that I have the drawing of the floor plan level 2 selected. Now I will fire up the move tool. And I want to move it, I will click here and I want to move it horizontally, so I will hold shift and again let's say click here. So I've got it placed here. So my level 1 floor plan is here. This is my level 2 floor plan. Now I know that I will also need this frame, so I will select the frame and I could actually use the clone tool again, and I will disable snap to center. I will snap to this corner and then snap to this corner so it's in the same position. So this means that it will be in the same position on both sheets. This is quite important. And I want to move this copy or the clone of the frame into my drawing of the level 1 container. So it's placed here. This is nice. And I know again that I will also need to have the basic floor plan and then annotation of the level 2, the drawing. So I will deselect everything and create an empty drawing. And this will be, this will be dash floor plan level 2 annotation. And I will drag and drop it into the drawings container. And I want to just to make for sure, I will move it in the same position. So while having this empty selected, I will fire up the move tool and I will snap to this point and then I will place it here on the same position. So this is basically the drawing container is displayed like this. And in this annotation container, I also want to have the frame. So I will clone this clone and I will clone it from here to here. So from the same place to the same place. And then I will drag and drop it onto this drawing. Now I need to have the grid also in the floor 2 floor plan, level 2 floor plan. So what I could do, I could copy these two grids, but actually what I want to have is if I change the original grid, I want to have it also visible, adjusted in the floor 2 plan view. So what I will do is I will actually select the grid group and create this so-called link. And this link makes a copy of the object which is linked to the original one. And if the original changes, the link changes too. So this is very useful. So I will, and you can also link the whole group. So I will select the grid group and create this link. And it's created here. And by default, it's placed at the position 0, 0, 0. So the original grid is also here. So this is nice. So I can now just move this while having it still selected, move it, and I have to use these snap points again. So it's placed exactly at the same point. And now I will want to place the grid into the drawing of the floor plan level 2. So I will again drag and drop it here. And let me show you if I change the original grid. So if I changed, let's say, the axis 1, and this I would change to 5000 and hit close. You can see that this grid changed. This one changed too. This is because they are linked. And you can see it if I select the group, you can see that it's this is green, so this means that they are linked. So I will actually go to step back, and now we have grid in our drawing of level 2. And I want to also have these column tags in level 2, and because I know the columns are in the same position, I could just copy these. I don't want to link them because if I change one tag in floor 1, I don't want to have it be linked. So I have this labels group, and I want to select all of the objects in the labels group. So I will select the group, right click and choose the select group option, and this selects all of the objects in the group. And now I will use the BIM copy tool. And now I have to make sure that I have the snap working plane selected, and I want the same position. So again, I will snap to this bottom corner of the slab and click this corner of the slab. And you can see that these objects are copied. and they are placed outside of any object. So I want to again create a group for these, so I will create a group, and this group will be named labels level 2, and I will select all of these and drag and drop them onto the group so they are in the group. And now I want to place this group in the drawing floor plan L01. Now if you have this larger project tree and you don't want to drag and drop these groups onto another one because it's more difficult, you can select the group, right click, and then use this tool add to group. So if I select this, I'm offered all of the groups or containers that I can place this group in. And now I know I want to put it into drawing floor plan L02. So it's placed here nicely. So this is quite useful tool in the BIM workbench. Now I want to create dimensions, and I know that they should be in this container, the drawing floor plan L02 anno. So I will make it active. Now it's green, and I can go on and create dimensions. I see that I've got my chain mode on, so I will click here, here, and then create 1, 2, 3, and then close. Then I have to create this one from here to here, and then snap here, and then close, and then the same I will do here. So again, dimensions of the, let's place it here, click here, here, and here, close, and I will also create this one like so, and hit close again, and now I need to create these. So this, and I will enable intersection snap like so, and then click here and here and close, and yep, let's make this one, so from here to here like so, and then to this one, close, and then yeah, I will double click it and move the text. So let's say these are all the dimensions that I need here, and I will now select them all, go to the view properties and add the style that I'm using. Okay, so now we have got the drawing, we have got the page. I will make the drawing not active, and let's select the drawing, and let's select with control the page, and go back here and place the drawing on the page. And let's do the same with the second one. So select the drawing, select the page, go back here and create the second one. Now switch back to the page. You can see that they are placed in the same spot because we have got this frame, but we want to have them on the same position on the page as this one. So I think it was 36 and 18 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and for me it's creating problems. It doesn't want to accept the 18. I have to change this other one to a more different position, and now it should move to the one that I set. Yep, so this is the snapping. It's like so. And I will log the position here, and this one again, it's 36 and 20 and 18. And I will snap the position, log the position. So now it's located correctly. What we have to edit is the line thickness, because I will select both of these, and I was using the line width 0.02 in the previous one. So I will set the same, And also what we need to do is the text size. So for this one, the 12 is correct, and for this one we were using 7 in the level 1 floor plan. So this is our setup. So this is done, and I remember that in this drawing I set up the correct font size but not the correct line width. So I want to have the line width also 0.2 in the level 1 annotations. So these are the settings that you need to set. Okay, so this is our level 2 floor plan done, and on the sheet you can see that when we were repeating the floor plan, we were working quite swiftly, and in the next part of the course we will create a section view of the object and again place it on a sheet.